We have another winter blast in Texas. Let's see what this weatherman has to say. It's not going to be good, y'all.
The scattered light freezing rain, sleet mixed in, a glaze perhaps of ice possible, some slick spots out there as well as we'll get this first round moving on through. So still take it easy out there. Roads not as bad as they will be, we think, later on today, especially heading into tonight and for tomorrow. So that's what you can expect out there for today. Now heading into tonight and Thursday, it will get heavier with the sleet, the freezing rain, higher ice accumulations. Travel problems are going to be more likely as we head into tonight.
It's really cold outside, as you can see by the weather forecast. This is actually pretty doggone correct. And I didn't even realize it was becoming so cold over the last couple of days. But I was paying attention to the cottage to make sure that it was properly tempered and did not drop below freezing inside. Now, when I came out of my garage to take this footage, I quickly, in no time, forgot I was actually standing on ice, and I slipped and fell. I'm glad I didn't hurt myself, but my hip is like, no, you didn't. Now I'm literally sliding as I'm trying to walk to the door, and I wanted to see if I can open up this side door because last night when I checked it, it was very tough. You can tell it was beginning to freeze. So now I just went ahead and opened up the passenger door, and it's black ice everywhere. It's taken me quite a while to maneuver safely to get inside the vehicle. The precipitation is not that bad, you can see, but it actually, where there was water, it is actually very frozen. And I didn't have my shades up, so a lot of the heat that I am using to keep the cabin warm is actually escaping. I'm glad that it really wasn't cold when I came in. Now, granted, if I was staying in here, I'm sure I would not be comfortable with the temperature. But for it being empty, it felt pretty good. And this is my little space heater that I'm using. Currently, because I knew it was going to be so cold, I have it on the highest setting. So basically, the space heater stays on pretty much always. And as you can see, I did have the door open where the plumbing is so that the air could circulate and keep those pipes thawed out. But as I walk around into the van and I go to the bathroom, I keep the door open as well so that warm air can circulate. And there is me, washed my hair, and I have it tied up so we can set. But anyway, back to the video. So yeah, everything is feeling pretty good. But again, if I was standing here, I know I'd be cold, but it is just fine for no one staying in here and just keeping the vehicle at a great, pleasant temperature so that it doesn't freeze. To me, it looks so cozy in here with all the pillows and the fluffiness. I almost want to stay in it, but nah, it's no use in torturing myself, and especially Nala, when we don't have to because we're actually at home base. With me actually being hooked up to shore power, I'm hooked up to 15 amps, and without me staying in it, the 15 amps that we're drawing from the garage, from the house, is actually very appropriate for all of the essential appliances, which includes the refrigerator. The microwave is not essential, but I mean, it's on, so that's just fine. And really, the heater is the only thing that I have plugged up that I need to make sure that it stays on, because it's going to save me a lot of using the propane and to use the generator, because when the generator comes on, then it uses gas. So right now, just pulling the energy from the garage from my main house is working out just fine. So let me show you what the house panel, the house control looks like. And as you can see, my batteries are looking good. I do have water in my freshwater tank. My gray water tank is empty, and the temperature currently in the rig is showing 53 degrees. So the little heater is actually doing what it needs to be doing. So I appreciate that. And those are for the lights. And this next button, again, we're back to the energy. And you can see that my generator use is at 174. and something, and actually that hasn't even changed. So I know my generator has not turned on while I've not been in the last couple of days. And also you can see my propane, that's a little low, but again, that hasn't changed because my little heater is working efficiently. And so, but if my heater does fail me at some point, then the furnace, the house heat will kick in if the temperature drops below 55 degrees. So that's like my backup redundant program, I guess you can call it. As I inspect the area, I'm seeing that there's no evidence of any leaks of any kind. The cottage, it seems to be supporting itself very, very well. And I didn't have to winterize it. So far, so good. It's been working out good just by me paying attention to have the heating pads on for the tanks and to have this little space heater on and to go ahead and have it hooked up to the house. And as you can see, I tried to open that door, the slide door from the inside, and it's still frozen shut. So I thought it was smart to just leave it alone because I don't want it to be partially open once it starts to thaw out. I've turned on the water pump so I can just see that the water is actually flowing well. And so I figure I'd test it in here, and it is, thank God. The pipes are not frozen. And I quickly turned it back off and drained the basin. So hopefully nothing will freeze because we're above freezing inside the vehicle. So I pray that that's going to work out continuously. And of course I had to flash because I saw a mirror in me making my recording. But now I'm turning off the water pump. And I'm showing that the temperature is set for 55 degrees, that the heater will kick on if it needs to, if it hits 55 degrees. And right now it's pretty tricky. I'm showing you that as I step on the ledge, on the stepping ledge, that the ice just kind of breaks. And it's very, very slippery. Okay, I'm getting a closer look to the outside of the vehicle, and it's just ice everywhere. But I'm not going to go too far. I'm not even going to check the back because it's just too slippery and risky for me to walk. So I'm just going to really show you as much as I can that it's safe. And I'm even walking in the grass right here because if I walked on the driveway itself, I would be slipping and sliding and fall. So as you can see, I have no hose hooked up. If you know it's going to be a freeze, do not hook it up to any hoses. That's for sure. And look at that ice right there. Look at that ice. Boom, knock that thing off. This is a judge-free zone. My garage is a mess. But look beyond that. I really just want to show you that my 30 amp cord is plugged into my 15 amp power outlet. And it works just fine for my needs for this moment.
At least our winter storm that's ongoing here in North Texas will begin to wind it down as we head into the afternoon. But I can tell you, really as anticipated, the primary concern continues to be the travel across North Texas. And again, highlighted in bright red here, this is where we do have slick and hazardous travel conditions. This does include all of the Metroplex, Tarrant, Dallas, Collin, Denton County, even Rockwall County. And again, especially as you get off to the north, up along the Red River Valley, several reports up there of even some semis off the road as well.
Hey fam, wherever you're at, please just be safe no matter what your weather conditions are. Let's go ahead and enjoy our seasons, our family, our lives, and just celebrate. And while we are in the celebration mood, very, very soon I will hit 1,000 subscribers. And that is an awesome feeling. And I thank you all very much. I will do a special video at that time. Be safe, show love, have peace.